Live from the Bay Area, the center of the universe. It's the Progressive News with John Scott on Green 960.
All right, we're going to do something very interesting in this first half hour. Sebastian Kunz will be here in just a few minutes with our top story spotlight. He used Google software to find someone, and he found them really, really close. And then he called them and told them that he was looking at them. And the person he was calling works for an organization whose sole mission is to protect our privacy. That is coming up in just a few minutes. It's getting tougher to keep a low profile thanks to all of the new technology. When we walk down the street, video cameras record our every move in our workplaces and now even in our homes. But Green 960's Sebastian Kunz did a little sightseeing around the Bay Area today. From the comfort of his cubicle, right down the hall from where we are now, he found some surprising pictures and some privacy concerns, and wait till you hear who he looked at. Tonight's top story spotlight. Seabass, go.
Well, why not start with the photo of the Stanford girls sunbathing in bikinis over in Palo Alto? Or there's the series of images of two guys getting into a fist fight over there on Schrader Street in San Francisco. There's this one teenager caught scaling a gate. Let's assume he just forgot his key. There's the real famous guy caught, shall we say, mid-pick on San Carlos Street in San Jose. Why do I know exactly where all these people were and exactly what they were doing? Well, welcome to the wonderful world of Google. Google Maps Street View, to be exact. Now, if you're not familiar, it's the newest thing, cooler even than Google Earth. It's called Geo-Immersive Data. Basically, there's this company called Immersive Media. They have these trucks outfitted with the most advanced 11-lens camera you've ever seen, and they drive up and down streets of cities all over the country. They spend about 5 hours a day. That's because of the sunlight. They have certain requirements, and they record video, and then they feed still images of that video to clients like Google Maps. The result is when you go to Google Maps and click Street View, you get 360-degree views of the camera truck's drive. And since Bay Area here is home to Google, we have some of the most extensive coverage. Not to overstate this, but the resolution is nothing short of terrifying. Faces of people at outdoor cafes, smokers gathered outside of office buildings, license plates, and in some cases, the stickers on license plates, all viewable in extremely high resolution. And it's that amount of detail that has some folks concerned.
And one of the attorneys here actually was caught on camera and filed his own protest and got his picture taken off.
Oh, no kidding.
No.
At the EFF?
Yes, he was walking to work.
That's Rebecca Jeske, spokesperson for the Electronic Frontier Foundation here in San Francisco. In fact, right before talking with Rebecca, I went on to Google Maps Street View and was able to zoom in and read not just the EFF's logo, but their entire slogan in tiny print on their sign at their building. You can zoom in on the desks and plants in the window. If you turn around, you can actually see a homeless person sleeping across the street just a little ways up. It includes everything, the pleasant and the less than pleasant, all with megapixels of resolution. Jeske says, for starters, outdoor pictures are totally fair game and totally legal.
It's important to note that what Google is doing is legal and frankly should be. You are allowed to record activities in a public space, whether that's taking photographs or doing some other, depiction of, life in public. It's an important part of artwork and expression in America.
However, as stated by an Oakland woman who recently complained that if you can see her cat sitting in her window, you can probably read the titles of the books on her bookshelf, and that should make everyone concerned. Jeske says she agrees, and even though we live in basically a YouTube and security camera culture, people still aren't accustomed to being on camera 24/7.
That is not a way that Americans are used to thinking. And I think arguably it's a way that Americans don't want to think. So we need to really, now when new technology gets developed, really think about what we want our mores to be in this situation.
And as I said a moment ago, even one of the Electronic Frontier Foundation's attorneys got snagged on his way into work, and it illustrates perhaps one of the problems with Google Maps Street View.
Google certainly responded well to our attorney's request to have his picture taken off. So people are encouraged to do that. But the problem is you may not know you're there until somebody points you out. Kevin didn't know he was there until a friend said, "Oh, hey, isn't that you?" Smoking a cigarette.
And there's worse things to be caught doing out there, too. Employing some of the most creative minds on Earth, Jeske says Google could have held off on the product until they'd come up with better privacy protection.
What Google, I think, didn't keep in mind was what the goal was of this project. This goal was not to get pictures of people, walking in and out of porn stores and AA meetings. The goal of this technology was to help people get where they were going. And there's a lot of really smart people at Google who would have done everyone a service had they thought about it a little longer and created some technology that would have protected people's privacy.
Either way, though, it has opened up several new cans of worms, privacy for one, and actually tourism for another, which is nicely summarized in the slogan of one of the Google fan websites. It's entitled, "Why Bother Seeing the World for Real?" John?
That is incredible. That is absolutely incredible. The Electronic Frontier Foundation guy, the champion of our personal liberties, is out having a smoke.
Snagged by the Google camera truck.
Okay, so the picture of the Stanford co-eds in bikinis, you no doubt have those posted on the website?
Yes, indeed. I sent them over to our buddy Chris Mason in the office down the hall, and I know he's got them taken care of. I know he enjoyed looking at them. I actually had to explain to him what the cat in the window picture was, because it's sort of low resolution, but, that's zoomed all the way in. If you're zoomed out, you can see, everything. It's terrifying.
All right.
It's cool, but it's terrifying.
They just whispered in my ear. The photo galleries are up right now at green960.com. Thank you very much, Seabass.
My pleasure.
Green 960 news time is 5:20. Now something a bit more serious. CNN's Dick Uliano joins us from the Capitol tonight with a look at the day's events on Capitol Hill. Today, the subject, the CIA and torture. Hi, Dick. Welcome to the broadcast.
John Scott, good day from Washington, D.C.
Good day, sir. The